best Scottish accent.
Ah, you wee jobby.
I need to get home to my weens.
Of course,
I can't do it.
Can I do it? I just do a licky.
We talked about it last episode. If we all chipped in 700 quid each, we could afford a Time Crisis 3 machine.
This is a pyramid scheme. If we all just put in a small contribution of £700 a month, then you too.
Yeah.
You can buy it on the PlayStation.
Oh no, that's rubbish. You have to put it on the proper.
They have. The PlayStation has the guns. Or the Wii has the guns for it.
Right. We have never emulated a game on this show.
No.
we always play it on real hardware.
Yes.
On the original real hardware. Like on Monkey Island, we played on DOS.
That's us. You heard it right.
I'm on the attic.
What, DOS?
DOS.
DOS?
2.
It was in Spain.
What was he doing? Still Wakes the Deep. It's probably the newest game we played so far. It's from the
Last year, yeah.
It's from the year 2024, millions of years ago now. And we want to say, just as a coincidence, coincidentally, right as we finished playing this game, the DLC was announced of Siren's Rest. We haven't played Siren's Rest, but
maybe we'll
come back for
do like a
Siren's
little
Rest.
bonus. Later on. I'm not going to commit
bonus.
to that there.
Developed by The Chinese Room, published by Secret Mode. Chinese Room is a British company whose parent company is Sumo Interactive, who made the Doctor Who adventure games.
Oh dear. It's just nice to know they're one of the better things, isn't it?
I'm going into this game. I went into this game completely blind.
I think we all did. All I've seen was there's a cutscene right at the very beginning when you speak to Roy.
Yes.
I knew you were.
That is the only thing I've ever saw about it.
I knew it was Scottish and oil. Yeah.
And you play as Kaz.
Kaz.
He does the lecky.
We Kaz.
McLeary.
Straight away, by the way, the voice acting is fantastic.
It is actually one of the best voice acting games I've played in a
Yeah, like it's just.
Not the best. Not
it's just a film, really, isn't it?
It felt.
Yeah.
I don't want to seem to take away from it. It feels like almost like a hardware test. You know, like you get on the new Xbox, in the sense of it's very there's some stuff to do in it, but it's almost just a film where you control it, you walk.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's an extremely linear game in the sense that it's tunnel vision.
There is stealth.
Yeah,
but not a lot
stealth though. It's very easy.
Metal Gear Solid. This is not
because it has the throwing mechanic, but I feel like I used the throwing mechanic like 3 times.
I used it once. Yeah,
I used it a few times.
I used it once when you're getting past trolls.
You kind of have to for
something. I do need to say though is this is how We Happy Few. This is how We Happy Few should have been.
I 100% agree.
Oh yeah, should we mention bonus? We played We Happy Few and then for an episode, and then we bounced off it, so we re-rolled first weeks of it.
Yeah, it wasn't great. The issue of We Happy Few is it's a survival. It didn't know what it wants to be. It's a survival game, but generally, I think if you can add a bit of combat into this. If you just take exactly what Still Wakes the Deep is and put it in We Happy Few,
because
I think that's a very
We
good
Happy
game.
Few didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah,
but the themes and the story, the actual setting was actually quite interesting.
The story, and I think it had potential. It's very much the game. I could not get into.
I really dislike the art style. I really just disliked the art style.
I thought it was alright. Yeah, but that's how it should have been. But
I don't really have anything to say about We Happy Few. I just didn't get along with it.
The minute I saw that survival icons were like hunger and thirst, I checked that.
See, that wasn't the issue. Yeah, that wasn't the issue because water was everywhere, food was everywhere.
I don't. Yeah,
it almost feels like they don't belong in that game.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think when that first trailer came out, I think it was being developed by someone else, and they knew they had this idea for it. Halfway through, they changed developers or something, and they were like, "Okay, we're going to add this survival mechanic in." Yeah. That's where it went.
The first 20 minutes feel so disjointed with everything else you do.
Yeah.
This is actually quite interesting.
I probably played about 2.5 hours.
It's actually a bit like Bethesda-y, isn't it?
Yeah. Kind of like coming out of a vault and then it's like you're in the world.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Come out of the vault and it's like, I'm really disappointed now. This is shit.
I mean, we did finish the game because we took the pill. It's like Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, this could be alright.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh,
On the credits.
But you play as an electrician called Kaz.
Whoa. Electrician.
A Lecky.
Lecky.
Back
Still works as
to
Steve,
Stuart Steve,
yeah,
not We Happy Few. And you're on a Scottish oil rig called Cadal Biera D, or Biera D, Biera D, Biera D, in 1975, according to the calendar in your room.
Based on an actual oil rig?
So it's based on a real oil rig disaster. It's inspired by a real oil rig disaster in 1988 in the North Sea near Aberdeen. The rig was called Piper Alpha, where an explosion killed 165 people and 30 bodies were never recovered. Yeah.
And halfway through that,
bleak.
everyone started getting thingified.
yeah. They started turning to the thing.
This game, this game is very much the thing. And the thing is my favourite horror film.
I should also add, 61 people escaped. So that's all right.
Okay.
Made it out alive.
It's slightly better than the 107 that died.
It doesn't balance the book, so does it?
Well, that's all.
It's loosely inspired by it. Like, it's obviously, I mean, Eldritch Horrors. After a drilling accident. In some of the letters, you can find complaints about the safety conditions on the rig that haven't been sent.
Ooh.
Can we also point out, this is, it's not a disappointment, but obviously we get into the canteen, you're speaking to everyone. Everyone's Scottish.
Every single person.
Everyone's Scottish. And then
Except.
the one English guy you meet is the full-on Brexiteer.
Yeah.
And he's the only... And this is before I spoke to Roy, and I was hoping he was the only English one.
Who also...
I thought it'd be so funny if the only Englishman on that rig was the big Brexiteer.
Who also turns out to be the villain.
One of the villains, yeah.
But then there's also Roy, the cook from Barnsley.
Oh, I like it.
From Thank Goodness You're Here Land.
Yeah. Just a nice guy.
He may be a nice guy, but I tell you what, he needs a fucking prayer to keep Barnsley up.
Honestly, he should keep his bloody insulin in his pocket.
He really should. He's diabetic, and he probably should keep it on it.
In the canteen? Did you?
Can't.
What?
Can't.
Hang on, Emma's got
Can you not? Why not? Why can't you
You
keep?
have to keep insulin in the fridge, otherwise it won't work in the
Oh,
body
okay.
properly.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
He's in the wrong fucking job, like he's just left on his bed.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
And to be fair, he does work in a kitchen, which would be quite warm. So
There's fridges.
Yeah, there's a fridge in the kitchen.
Mind you,
yeah, stick what's in the fridge. I'm sure that's even in the 70s. I'm sure that's not good health and safety practice.
Even in the 70s. I'm a baby sandwich. What's this insulin doing?
Roy, I've had your insulin. Your name wasn't on it. I've had your insulin.
Roy, have you
I used a sauce.
Roy, have you put insulin in my steak?
Not again.
Not again.
Going on to what you were saying, Peter, I actually think I know what you're going to say.
In the canteen, did you see on the Christmas menu?
There's a dessert.
There's a dessert called Perkins.
Yes. What the hell's that?
It's like a biscuit with like cream, I think. It's a Scottish dessert.
It's very much like, but I was very entertained by that, yes.
Yes, along with Cranachan. That's also a Scottish dessert.
It is very, like, well, I'm assuming these are real things, but if they are, that is, like, fair play to them. They've gone out of their way.
Kaz has trouble with the polis. They keep saying polis.
The polis.
Kaz has trouble with the polis for beating up someone called Billy Chamberlain and is called to his boss's office, Rennick. His wife also wants a divorce from him, but it isn't made clear why yet. During their meeting, Rennick gets a phone call from the Derek on the deck, not Derek a man, Derek the drill, who says they're unsure about whether to drill through something that feels off. Rennick tells them to drill through it anyway, and then fires Kaz.
Yeah, fuck him. Rennick's a bad man.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
But it was Gibbo and Trotz, I believe, who were like, we shouldn't drill through this.
Gibbo was the guy that got sent down in the bell, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I think that was another bloke. Because Gibbo is the first monster you meet in the underground bit.
There's a lot of like named characters in this. I just can't remember. I've got an interesting theory on Trotz, not just in terms of his name, because he's very much a communist, isn't he?
Oh, I didn't know.
If you talk to him in the canteen, he speaks about workers of the Union Unite.
Right.
I didn't know whether Trotz was a reference to Leonid Trotsky.
Maybe.
He's one of the founders of communism.
There is also a character called Davros, which is a reference to Doctor Who.
The leader of the Daleks, Davros.
And that's not actually a reference. There is a character called Davros, but I don't know if it's actually a reference.
So, same with trots. I don't know if it is, but I just it's something I heard and I was like, I wonder.
Rennick has the best lines. Height of shite. And classy gobshite.
I think I need to say I love the Scottish dialect.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, we're not doing any.
We're not going to do all of it.
we're
But I fucking love the Scottish dialect.
Yeah, it's probably the best Scottish any.
I think there's something like there's 200 words for raining, or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was wondering this of like, I feel like we know enough Scottish dialect to be able to understand what they're saying.
More than
in this
Americans.
game. However, internationally, I'm sure this game is half gibberish.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Found
more.
something.
I think if they speak fully in
Yeah.
you know, but if someone like I work with Scottish people and they always say canny.
Yeah. It's like
And I'll always and I even say it. Can he be asked?
What's the quote? What's the quote I'm thinking of? It's there's a specific quote from Wallace and Gromit that's like that. Nick Park says, Americans don't know exactly what this means. However, they get it through the context. Basically, they understand that it means
I
that.
don't know.
So it doesn't have to be translated for.
Yeah, I think you'd still play this game as an American and know what the fuck is going on.
Kaz makes his way to the helicopters to go home, but then the rig suddenly shudders, whoa, shakes, whoa, and that man falls off the deck.
Oh yeah, you fall off the deck.
dies,
Yeah, you fall off the deck, and you get
That really should be the end. To be honest.
you're dead because you fall from quite
Unbelievable.
high.
It's like concrete.
Yeah.
What if you
I
fly
don't
from
think
that?
there's even not even that. I was like, I think even if you survive that,
How do
you're gonna that's
washed away?
You're unconscious in the water. That's
And
you're
also
sinking in rough seas.
and during like a massive disaster, and during a storm where the tides are also quite strong.
Even if you didn't fall unconscious, you'd be miles away.
How did they find him?
Yeah.
There's a flashback scene about your wife where you find out that
Susie?
Suze.
Big Suze.
Suze.
Keep your feet on the ground from Warcraft. And you wake up to find one of your crewmates stuck inside a submarine, or Bell.
The diving bell, yeah.
He's screaming a lot, and you release the brake to get him out. Prediction: he's infected or possessed by whatever caused the tremor.
In brackets.
Like he's a monster inside the.
In brackets, no shit.
Yeah.
Well,
I reckon
yeah.
so. Still
Yeah.
wakes the deep.
You haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen
No.
the monsters yet.
No. There is something missing. There's a bit just before we have to go for the heaters
yeah.
and warm up, don't you? And it happens a few times. Go, you've got to heat up. That
like a
should have
save
done
point.
something. That should be a save point. It doesn't
Yeah.
though. It's just
It's just sort of
Pointless.
quite
To be
random,
fair, this game is very generous with its
Yeah.
checkpoints. If you die, you end up.
But
with
that
right
heater
answer.
point isn't a save point or anything. It's just, you need to heat up. But it's like, it happens a couple of times throughout, and it's just like, it's in the same room, and it's no...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So you're making your way around the rig after the tremor. It's all destroyed and everything. And I'm going to bring up the end of the show right here, which is, what would you do in this situation? With the gymnastics Kaz is doing, with jumping over hurdles, onto ladders, monkey bars across holes, I'll be dead in a couple of minutes. Like,
I'm doing this as hit the water.
I don't think
I don't like the sea.
It is one man's afraid of the sea. I don't think I'm getting out the sea.
I wouldn't be on the rig.
Because there's that bit where you're on that balcony and then you run to jump and grab onto a ladder.
Yeah.
I kept dying on that bit because the ladder keeps falling and then you have to grab on.
Yeah, sometimes the button holding is
It's confusing because it comes up for a second, and if you don't hold it that exact second,
But then you spawn back 2 seconds away from where you were.
Yeah. But no, I'll be dead in a couple of minutes because this is. But what would you do in this situation? You're on the oil rig.
I'd be sinking in the bottom of the
Yeah.
You'd be one of the North
North Sea. Yeah.
I could go in the bell. Yeah, maybe. No,
I don't
No,
know.
I wouldn't be in the bell.
You just wouldn't have gone in the first place.
God, I would have faced my actions.
It's the 70s. You're not scared of things.
So,
in the 70s.
what we gathered is Tom would be in trouble with a pulse.
Police.
I'd be arrested, which to be honest is actually an alright fate as it turns out.
Turns out, yeah. Turns
good.
out you should have just dealt with it at home.
That's the real lesson.
So then you go around all the decking and
below,
everything.
yeah.
You go around all the decking and everything, and then you end up in the underground section where you hear monsters
Yeah.
screaming this. A small nitpick here. during the scene in the dark corridors, which can be used to describe any part of this game, and Finley tells you that other crewmates have gone mad, there's a really good build-up with tension where you know something's about to jump out at you, and you're navigating these corridors on edge. However, you see lots of helmets that say, like, pick up and throw. Perhaps, and a throw option. Perhaps this is a clever way of telling the player not to what to do in the event that something does jump out at you. But then there's moments where, like, you see lockers and it says hide in the locker, and it's like, well, I haven't seen the monster yet. Yeah. Like, why would I hide in the locker? Like,
whenever I see that sort of thing, I'm like, well, I'm clearly going to need this at some point. So I'm really like,
I don't think I ever did hide.
I'm about to say that. I don't think I ever went into a locker like that and hid. I think all I ever did was like hide under kind of like the railings bit. Yeah. But you don't press a button to do that. You just crouch and go under it.
Yeah. Like
I don't think I ever hid in a locker.
It reminded me of Outlast as soon as the lockers came up. I was like, oh no.
It's a very Outlast game.
Oh no.
But I'd say Outlast gameplay.
The first Outlast is good. It's just the second one's pretty.
Played it a little bit.
Second one's pretty bad.
This scene, however, is awesome. Where you're when it's flooded underground, and you hear the echoing cries of Gibbo through the corridors, and you never actually see him in this scene. You never actually properly see him. I really love the build up, and as you leave the area, Gibbo cries, "I'm sorry, don't leave me. I don't want I don't know what to do. Tell my mum I'm coming home soon." I think that bit is awesome. Like the haunting, because you never actually see him. He never actually jumps out at you, and I think that's just really cool.
I mentioned before, this game is, because that's very much like the Thing as well. The whole obviously you see the monster a lot in the Thing, but it's the whole point of you don't know who is the Thing because everyone's just acting normal. You don't know. I think it's very much kind of similar. Like it's almost like you don't know who to, what's gonna. Well, there's a very uncertainty about it.
There's that bit right at the end where you're talking to that guy who's just sitting there. He's a monster.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there, and he like gives you the key because he's like, and I get the impression he's like holding on to it a little bit. He's like, all right, I'm holding it back here, and he attacks you right at the end. But I think that's just him kind of like it's become too much for him to hold.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, because like none of them are actually dead.
No,
they're all just like still very much alive.
Yeah. Fingified. Even like Rennick's like, "Don't leave me, you bastard!"
And you get back to the corridors where you were before, near the canteen, and you see these like weird, like fleshy tentacles blocking the doorways and things, and it's like, ooh.
Maybe you look at them, you go like fuzzy.
Yeah, you'll get fuzzy and everything.
You get
like, whoa, my brain might turn into a monster.
Did you ever just like sit and look like stare at it for ages? Yep.
It's like looking at like a bright light for ages. Yeah.
These monsters aren't that bad.
Staring into a strobe light.
We've all been
there.
So you're in the canteen.
Yes.
No.
Laundry you can definitely see the resemblance to the monsters with the body when they autopsy the body in the Thing, and the guy and the guy's chest bursts open and tendrils come in. His head is on the end of like a massive like vein.
I love that. Seen the Thing.
It's very Thing inspired. This.
Yeah.
Like, like the monsters are the Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah. Roy is shitting it. Best character, by the way. But actually, I changed my mind on that. I put best character, by the way, here, but I changed my mind.
I like, what's the other guy? I can't remember his name.
Do you mean Brody?
Possibly. Is he the guy who, like, sacrifices himself?
Yeah, he drowns at the end, yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah. I think Finley's the best character. I like Finley.
Yeah. I like.
She's a bit defeatist, I thought.
I mean, to be fair, she had a point.
I have a bit of. We'll get on to it. The bit you see Roy in the cafeteria that you mentioned there. I thought he would turn around and he'll be like fingified because the way if you approach him, he is just you're looking at his back.
Yeah.
And he's just standing there. So I thought
he's a cool guy.
He's gonna fingerfy me.
He's not holding it together at all, though, Roy. He's on edge, and he tells you, "I need my insulin." And there's a great bit where he's like, can't you just like eat a cake or something? He goes like, oh, fucking someone called Dr. Spock. He sold diabetes. And he was so. It's like, it's not Dr. Spock. You fucking.
I think you mentioned earlier. The best thing about this game is the dialogue.
It actually felt believable.
It is very,
very believable dialogue.
Very believable.
I think you buy into him.
You also find out that he's your mate from. He got you the job, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that it makes you buy into it way more because it could, if it was shit, like the accents or like whatever.
If
I
they
feel
weren't
like-
Scottish.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd just be like, okay.
It was all
this
like
is wacky now.
an American just tries to do a bad.
What year does
Scottish
this?
one.
Because there's times where this game's like, this is a bit wacky.
What year does it?
1975.
It does ground itself.
Echoing across the deck, you hear Rennick over the tannoy. Everyone needs to get to the nearest evacuation point. This is not Scottish.
No.
Don't get too excited now. You'll be back to work in 15 minutes after this is all straightened out. But has he? No, because he hasn't. I was wondering, has he turned at this point? But no, it's the helicopter
No,
scene.
you just get on the helicopter.
Yeah, he needs to get on the helicopter first.
Have we already been to a lifeboat at this point?
I just can't remember.
Maybe.
Maybe I didn't make the note. I don't know.
Because you go to a lifeboat.
No, this is actually the bit where he does talk about lifeboats because he hears that going like.
He's like, don't leave me. He's like, I'm going to get the lifeboats. So he's like,
Yeah.
don't leave me. Please don't leave me.
That's fact. Here it said, after losing the lifeboats, which I'm sure you could be able to use one of them because one of them was like
Still fine.
the winch was like a bit broken, but I reckon you probably could have.
Just get in it.
Yeah.
Get in it, hide.
It would fall and then
Well, you'd be in the sea, wouldn't you?
capsized. You'd be capsized.
Well, it's better than the fate you're about to have, I suppose.
Riddick rings you on the emergency phone and tells you to get to the helipad. Once you get once you get here, you can fuck off again.
Rennick's the best. Got the best lines of this.
I suppose he probably hasn't actually seen anything to make him believe that it's all fucked.
I think he knows stuff's going on.
I think he's just
What's
sort of
going on,
into,
but I
like-
think he just assumes, it must be aliens.
He's thinking about his own like paperwork
Yeah.
basically. He doesn't care. He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, I want to get away from this so I can deny
Yeah.
everything basically.
Pin it on someone.
Oh, this is the bit when you're on deck and it's the big open deck from the beginning of the game where it's like you see Moore. He's the tall tentacle monster. Yeah. That's a really cool scene. I love this.
I think
You
this-
don't see him before the helicopter, do you?
can't remember.
I think this is one of the freakier points.
No, because you're getting to the helicopter.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was after because I didn't know how. I thought the helicopter crashed.
And
I think this is one of the freakier points of the game because of how
Yeah.
tall he is.
Yeah,
It's
he's like yeah, and
Very-
you see all your other crewmates getting
It's
taken, yeah.
misty as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
A bit foggy.
bit chilly out tonight.
Bring a coat. Next time, actually.
Yeah, and then and then you get to the helicopter and it leaves without you. He's like, Rennick, I'm here, you bastard.
You wee bastard.
And then it flies off into the distance, stops, and then suddenly comes flying back towards you again and crashes into you.
Yeah.
And I thought prediction, maybe there's something off in the, like beyond the mist, beyond the fog that you can't see. There's a big monster like beyond the fog you can't see, and that's where the helicopter stopped and then came back again.
Top of DLC.
It's almost like the film The Mist.
But I think it was actually that Rennick turned into a monster on the helicopter and then.
Is that what
I
you
don't.
think?
I think it was the pilot.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
one of them
pilot,
turned into
yeah.
a monster, yeah.
Clear, yeah.
And then
Which run out of fuel.
just run out. Ah shit! We could have gone, but
yeah,
we just
got to
run out.
plug it in.
Just plug it in. I'll just go out for a minute.
Doesn't he get like hit by the helicopter or something?
It
He
crashes
crashes hit.
nearby.
I think it crashes near him and he gets
Does he
knocked
fall
down.
off the rig again?
You
Not
fall-
again.
You don't fall off. I think you fall onto like the lower deck.
Okay.
Not again.
At some point he's off the rig again, isn't he? There's another point where you're like,
Can't remember.
I think oh no, I'm thinking of
No, I don't
like
think you
the fueling.
I just remember the
Pontoons.
bullshit bit. I'm just remembering the bullshit bit that's coming
Okay.
up. Phone call from Brody. Really cool character,
Oh, that's
Brody.
okay.
I hope he doesn't drown. Who tells us we need to go to the generator room to fix the power, where Gibbo was. Although we never see Gibbo again, so I'm not really sure what that was about. Because it was the same area, but we never see him again.
What's the laundry room?
I think we're past that.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what the
Where you
room
first
is.
see Trots. I think that's
that's
before the
Trots.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Apparently there's an alien reference here where you hear on the phone, they're in the walls.
That's aliens.
Yeah.
They're on the walls, man.
Apparently they're-
I watched Aliens last night. It's fucking awesome.
Cool. I watched The Year Without Santa Claus.
Oh, that's such a good
It's a
film.
stop motion
never heard of
film.
it. Oh,
It's also
okay.
June.
Okay.
It's such a good film. Like.
Relic has turned to a giant head.
Yeah, he's the freakiest looking one.
I think he's the only freakiest because you actually like see him.
Yeah,
He comes out the
face.
corner going like, I told you to get off my ring.
But the bit where you can run and then like quickly press a button to look behind you. I
wasn't doing it.
Not practical. I did it once. I was like, whoa.
No, you don't need to look behind you, really.
You don't need to do anything.
All you're going to do is miss an obstacle. if
Yeah,
you do that.
exactly. Yeah.
And then there's a chase scene. Very cool, I wrote.
The doors are not practical to be getting away from him though.
No.
Because it would take ages to get out of that door.
Yeah, no.
You're dead.
I suppose they have lots of doors to keep the heat in because it's
I get why they've got the doors,
Yeah.
but in that situation where he's chasing you, you're gone.
And that's very lucky because after this incident, the Scottish rigs were like, listen, just in case a monster comes at us with drills,
They're just normal hands.
we'll add less doors.
There's all those safety posters, isn't there? One of them should just say, just in case of a monster.
I should have read it. Should have read the goddamn.
Have you noticed Kaz's stupid run though? Where when he runs, he puts his hands in front of his face. It's like really stupid.
It's like the initial whoa,
Whoa,
Scooby-Doo sort of run.
You know, flails while he's
Speaking
speaking.
of which, there's a character here called Scooby.
There is actually.
Oh yeah, there is, yeah.
Oh, actually, I missed something out. It's kind of like gameplay element.
Yeah.
Kaz. I've never seen a man use a screwdriver like him before.
Yeah.
How is he getting it into the
First time.
Yeah.
He's a human drill. That's why.
How is
And
he
it just happens to be the right kind of screwdriver for every screw.
Probably, to be fair, in the 70s, there
vents.
probably only was
All
the
the
one
vents,
kind
but
of
still,
Only one.
But still,
Yeah,
if I'm like, I'll have to hold the screw and then do it. But he's
When
He does the lecky.
He does the lecky.
I've
And
never
also,
seen.
all the lecky we see him do is he opens up the fuse box, takes the
Takes
old
one,
fuse out,
throws
replaces
it.
the other one, and then just walks. That's it. That's easy
Fair play
job.
to him, it works.
Easy job. Right. So here's the bit. Here's the bullshit bit. Right. So you go back out onto the deck again on the outside, the outer side of it, and there's the crashed helicopter dangling. In what situation would you think? Oh, I can't.
Jump
There's
on
nowhere else to go. Jump on the helicopter.
Jump on that here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Straight into the sea.
Stupid. What a stupid.
I get the game's got to be a game, but yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that in any situation? Back in engineering, you meet Finley. However, it must have been a few hours in universe since last we saw her by now. So what's her plan? Just sitting there waiting in engineering until this all blows over? Like she's just sitting there.
I mean,
like,
you say that, Peter.
What do you want to do?
What the fuck would you do in that situation?
I get on top at least.
Yeah, I'll follow.
On top is where the rescue helicopters might be.
Have you seen
It's
what happens to the
crash,
rescue?
I mean,
You just climbed on it.
I mean, yeah, but A, Finley hasn't seen that.
Well, she
and, B,
might have had a
then-
clue.
and B, you're hoping that there is going to be rescue, right?
Also, Brody might be like, "Hey, you know that helicopter?" Sorry.
I think there was logic in everything that you do, but the idea of everyone ringing you going, well, you're going to have to do it, it was like, at some point I would go, fuck off.
But
you can do
there's
this.
a bit later
I'm
on.
not
with
being
Brody-
funny.
I just did a lecky.
There's a bit later on with Brody, and he says like, "Oh fucking, why don't you go do it?"
There is a bit where he says like, I'm a fucking oil rigging expert now.
Kaz, you never see him. He's a cool guy. I like Kaz.
Prediction. This is about halfway through the game I wrote this prediction. Kaz and Finley, but the only two to escape. Roy won't make it.
I think Roy not making it was the first prediction I had.
There's no way. The best friends, the guy who brought you here, make it.
And the guy you have a bit of sympathy for.
Diabetes as well, he's gone.
Because he's not holding it together. He's
his insulin, he's fucked.
yeah. The rig is sinking and we need to adjust the winches on the legs. The pontoons.
Pontoons.
The pontoon.
Yeah.
I fucking hated this.
It's just such a linear part of the
I didn't
game.
mind it, but like it freaked me out.
There's-
okay.
It really did not.
I think it's about here where we come with one of my issues of the game,
Yeah.
and that I feel like it becomes less of a horror game. After about halfway, it's not a horror game. It is just a walking game.
Yeah.
Because from about halfway through to the end, I was not scared at all.
No.
I felt that. I think I was still having an okay time because I was like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
The only bit I was scared was a bit with Gibbo at the beginning, where the first time you see
even
him.
the tall.
I wasn't
unit.
scared because it was.
I think it was
daylight.
a bit
I was like,
freaky, but it was very foggy.
Yeah.
But it's a horror game, and even then I was like, nothing's going to jump out at me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you
there's
just feel kind of safe though.
Are there any jump scares?
Not after the first half. I think this game plays it too safe, and there's another bit coming up near the end.
Yeah.
I will I think this gameplay is too safe.
In the first few times you encounter someone, I'll be like, okay, there might be like a boss later on. But afterwards, you're like, oh, actually, I've seen everything gameplay-wise I'm going to play.
Yeah.
After, like, the pontoons, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to be surprised by anything else now.
No.
There's not much gameplay in this.
No,
I would
it's
have liked a little bit more.
I kind of don't know. I don't mind that.
I don't mind that. I don't mind there being no combat, because I like the idea of...
Because then we get into...
It's like, I like the idea of, like... So, like, Far Cry 3, when you first... you're very inexperienced, but then you evolve. So I like the idea of him... not killing, he doesn't want to necessarily...
Yeah. Almost like Alien, where like you start off just like an engineer, but by the end you're like thrown out of the fucking airlock.
It's just, I don't care there's no combat, it's just, I feel there could have been just a bit more stealth in it, a bit more...
I think if
it makes you want him more.
I think if they did make that the game that you're kind of describing, it would would be saying what we're saying about We Happy Few.
No.
Really?
Because We Happy Few was
too
gameplay.
Much, I'll grind you.
It was gameplay completely, whereas... I mean, a perfect example will be Resident Evil 9. This game is very much like Resident Evil. Like, just the newer ones, when it's first-person
Kind of feel like 7, I guess. Like,
yeah, but without combat. I don't care it doesn't have combat. It should just have a bit more of... The second half of the game, you don't have to worry about any of the monsters.
It's a movie. It's
Yeah.
just it could have just
fine
been
with
a
that,
movie.
though.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a bit
I know what you mean.
underwhelming.
There could be something
again,
else.
there's a bit coming up,
Yeah.
which
Even
is
just
just like I'm really disappointed.
But even just like if it's stuck in like a puzzle or something.
That's what I'm saying. Puzzles.
Well, it's just not Professor Layton.
We've been playing Professor Layton.
But yeah, no, exactly. There's a bit right at the end.
It's just like a pipe puzzle.
Skipping ahead, a bit right at the end when you're chasing Finley. You're just walking a straight path.
Yeah.
You don't, and
Yeah.
it should either be a timed thing. I know it does the end doesn't matter, but it should be either a timed thing or you have to maybe dodge some of the containers that are coming towards you.
Yeah.
But in the end, at least just
I think that would kind of ruin the emotional weight of the ending, though.
yeah.
In that, like, you have that moment of like, oh shit, this is happening.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
then it's just-
and then if you have that moment of like, you can fail like the obstacles and stuff. You by the end of that, you just be like, okay, well, the emotional weight.
But your character wouldn't know that.
Well, yeah,
And you wouldn't know that
yeah,
first playing
but you're thinking of it from the player, from the perspective of the player, not the character.
I'm feeling the character because at that point the character's like, we can make this off this rig.
Yeah, I think like having knowing that you're basically not any danger of not finishing this.
Yeah.
Like that does take away because you're like, I could just close my eyes and push the joystick forward, and I'll be fine.
Which is what you do. I'm not saying like loads of stuff like you have to fight or anything. I just feel like again we'll come back to this later. That chase scene should have been a little bit more, maybe even a bit longer, and just maybe a bit when you perhaps have to jump off something and grab on something rather than just
But it's
I'm
also
walking. Okay,
genuinely got to the halfway point and thought I have seen everything.
Yeah,
the
you've
game
seen
can do.
everything this game has to do. Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if I'm doing anything else now.
Anyway, continuing on.
Yeah, sorry.
Back to the pontoons.
You do swim, I suppose.
But yeah, I was wondering, how do you feel about this bit? We have to swim under the water. Again, I just wouldn't do this. I'd just be like, no, I'm dead.
It's
This is the one point I was like, I really don't.
At one point, it's like oil as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're swimming through oil.
Dead.
But then the lift lowers down, and you look up, and the tentacles are all like spiraling up. That's
like
quite a weird.
There's like a
scene.
bit of Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't know if you've heard this, but like maybe about halfway through the game, you just go up a ladder for about 10 minutes.
For about 10
Genuinely,
minutes.
I'm not even joking. Like a song plays. I feel like they were kind of shooting for that.
Okay.
Like, let's just have a little downtime and we look up and you go up the lift.
I do think it was quite a pretty part of the game, but also, like the geography of the rig though, of like what is that? What was that before the tentacles, and where are the chains coming from the lift?
We say that, but then we've never been on a rig. I bet that is.
Oh no, I'm a rig expert.
I don't know what a pontoon is.
I just thought like it.
Pontoons are the legs of the rig. Keep it up
Okay.
in the sea.
Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah. Kaz is losing it. He heard his wife's voice echoing through the
At
rig.
least he did acknowledge that. I'm losing it, man.
And then there's that bit with the phone where he opens the phone, picks up the phone, and she's like, Kaz, watch the fucking children.
I'm fucking losing it, man.
It's their birthday. What do you mean it's their birthday? It's the middle of July.
He's like arguing with her, even though there's no one on the other end of that phone.
Did you answer all the phone calls?
I did.
You could could miss them.
Yeah, well, Peter. Well, we should say that when we played this, I gave Peter my Xbox, so we went through it. Then I played, because I went on holiday, and then I played it after. So I had to rack up some of the achievements that he missed.
Yeah.
Listen,
You could have 100%'d it.
I almost 100%.
You can do. I read online. You can do one playthrough and 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to go back.
I listened to the shipping forecast.
Oh yeah.
I even at the very start looked at that naked guy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's down for some time.
Yeah, oh
So I
yeah.
looked
Just
at it,
stare
I don't
at
get
it.
a cheat.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you have to.
Prediction though, with the voices, Kaz is turning. Another monster, O'Connor, was talking about Mary before he died, and now Kaz is like, oh, Suze. So maybe.
Is it ever made clear how you turn, or is it just
I
like?
don't think so. I don't think it is.
I don't mind that.
But then, if assuming Rennick died on the helicopter,
Just
maybe
get
it's like a zombie
reanimated,
kind of thing. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think it's. I mean, again, we don't know on the helicopter. We don't know if it was Rennick who was. It could have been the pilot was infected, or someone else who was with, like maybe a co-pilot.
But then
Someone
again,
else.
this is all very much inspired by H.P. Lovecraft, and it's supposed to be eldritch. It's not supposed to be zombies.
Again, with tying back to the thing, there's a very element of mystery. You don't actually know.
Yeah.
In the thing, you don't know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the thing is the perfect description.
I think
for
that was
it.
the thing with like horror films back then, where it's like you're not told what everything is in excruciating detail.
Your imagination is always scarier than the reality.
Yeah.
Of it,
It's like when the original Alien came out. There was like no real this is a xenomorph. It can do this, and this. You just find out as they find out. And you're like, oh, fuck.
I do think there was a
Acid
clue
blood.
in Alien though, in the title. Alien.
was it?
We know that it's an alien.
But yeah, but
I
you
think
don't know, like, you don't know like the chest.
Yeah,
burster
like, that's
and stuff
about
like
the chest
that.
You don't know how it
burster
works.
and
Like, it's got acid blood. Holy fuck.
There's a lot of I agree on that. Yeah.
There's a cat in that film.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
What happens to the cat?
It does survive.
Whoa! Check out
Because it's Sigourney Weaver's cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
that.
Alien is one of my favourite films.
Yeah.
I've got a tattoo.
Thing's my favourite horror film.
Really, I think Alien's one. Alien's so good.
Favorite horror film.
There's not many Alien inspirations in this.
Mad God, that's a good horror film. I don't think it's my favourite. It's strange. It's very weird. You're sent by Brody to set off a flare signal for help.
Yeah.
However, if the flare doesn't work, you must blow up the signal, which will do the same thing. Only problem is, Adair is lurking around. The
racist guy.
The racist, what's his name?
But
National Front.
But you are trying to get a signal out.
Yeah.
There was times where you were like, we'll get the transmissions working.
Yeah, so Brody's like, send up a flare and hopefully
I think you tried the electronics, didn't you? And it didn't work.
Yeah.
I thought you managed to get like a signal out to someone, but they just didn't
To be
respond.
honest though, I feel that's the first thing I would try. Before I do any radio signals or anything, I'd just
think
set up
radio first, but I suppose it depends on the weather and that. But
If you have a flare, use a flare.
also, I'm willing to bet. I bet people probably did try and do that, but then they got fingerfied.
Yeah. But then, again, you make a good point of, like, if everyone's panicking and think people are turning to things, how did they save Kaz from the water?
I think at that point, so you don't know how long Kaz was unconscious for.
It's all a dream. It really was just an oil explosion, and this is Kaz's, like, moments before he drowns.
It was all a dream.
You don't know how long he's been waiting, do you? So
Yeah.
they probably picked him up straight away, put him in the room, and was like, listen, we'll deal with him later.
You go over the bridge,
and you get chased.
You get chased by the National Front. I mean, Adair.
I really like this bit.
I really like this bit. It's really
I
good.
liked Adair as the villain.
But it's also very it's like if you mess up that obstacle for like a second, you get caught by him.
That's what I like. I like that you almost got to perfect it.
Kind of the hardest part of the game.
Yeah,
this.
that's what
I can't even remember.
I really like that bit.
You're running up the mast of the
Oh.
and you're like, oh no, the flare's not working. Okay, I've got to blow up the flare. And then just so happens, right as you're about to blow up the flare, Adair is crawling around the mast, and you explode.
You're trying to stop. You're trying to stop the gas.
That's it.
And it's like if you can't stop it on this, you need to blow up. You need to light it with a flare.
Do you actually kill him?
Yeah, but
he doesn't come back, so I imagine he's. Unless DLC comes back.
Well,
listen. Knowing what Adair's like, if that was set any like a couple of days in, a couple of years later in the past, he's not going to be having current affairs.
And on the way back, the rig buckles and you go swinging underneath the platform.
Whoa.
Again, you should be dead by this point.
Multiple.
The force you get.
Yeah. This guy is the luckiest motherfucker.
He's the luckiest lucky alive.
He's the luckiest lucky.
Arguably also the most unlucky.
Yeah.
Just die.
Have a shit show here.
Yeah.
After meeting up with Brody and Finley, who think you're dead, we hear Roy on the speaker, who's in trouble. He won't last much longer without his insulin.
Would you not just try and go get it yourself?
Well, I don't think he could.
Would a lack of insulin kill you that quick?
Don't know, would it?
How long's he had?
You're not
last one?
a day, isn't it? It's not over a day.
Yeah.
But would.
But I suppose.
But I don't know.
I think stress causes like diabetes.
I'm not saying it wouldn't
Yeah.
happen, because yes, it does, and you don't know if he's taken. But would it actually go into effect that quick? I don't know.
To be honest, the point where you do see him, I'm not convinced he's dead.
Yeah.
But we're going to come to that.
Brody says he needs to get the winches up so the rig doesn't sink. But Kaz wants to save Roy. We'll have to swim up to accommodation though. And this is the bit I made a note of as well. Does, in this situation, going after Roy, does Kaz accidentally kill Brody in this bit? Or, like, if he had gone with Brody, would they have
I don't
got it done
think so.
quicker and then therefore...
Possibly, but then also...
Oh shit.
That's fine, don't worry about it.
It was the thing. It was the lucky
thing.
The wind!
It was the thing. We'll ignore that.
I don't think he would have. I think he still would have. I think you would have died then.
Okay.
But also, at that point, you're choosing. You're trying to save Roy, and I think Brody's even like, there's a possibility I can do it by myself.
I think we've got pretty severe plot armour as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, we survived drowning, falling.
Like twice.
I think this was the hardest part of the game for me. That was swimming up.
The swimming up the ladder thing underwater, it just didn't work for me occasionally.
Yeah.
Like, it just didn't...
That thing.
Yeah.
When
that
you're
was
going through
busted.
different shafts
yeah.
and that.
That took me a few attempts.
The different
It was
levels.
just busted.
This was probably the hardest part of the game.
Yeah, the game just wouldn't let me dash.
But
But,
you had to start. If you joined the thing not at the beginning, it just wouldn't work.
yeah.
You had to go right at the start.
And I found a bug where I was falling in midair at one point as well.
Oh.
I couldn't...
I don't think I had any bugs except that one where the dashing thing just didn't work.
I don't think I got any at all.
Yeah.
If there was, I'd be
none
impressed.
of note anyway.
It's so on rails, there shouldn't really be any. Well, I guess maybe if you...
So none of note.
When you were, like, underwater, though, and it said, like, oh, if you hold down the stick to swim faster, I'm sure that doesn't work.
What you have to do is
never...
you have to. There's a bit of like door. You have to grab onto that and then you boost from it.
Yeah.
So you're grabbing it and then.
But
pulling it
they
over.
come when you're underwater. It always comes with a prompt of like, if you hold down the stick, you can swim faster.
Maybe it just meant like hold it forwards.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
it's like sprint.
Yeah,
That you
Maybe,
swim.
sure.
yeah. It just didn't feel any fast. During the chase scene through the wrecked accommodation with Trots calling through the vents after you, you can find Roy's insulin on the desk. Did you find Roy's?
Yes.
I never found. I walked straight past it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're
It's
a
quite hard to miss it.
You're a really shitty friend. There. It's like you're going up to you're going up to Roy.
He's dead.
You're right. Roy. Oh shit!
I
forgot your insulin. Oh well, sorry.
I was too busy running away from Trotsky. To find
I
out.
thought it was pretty hard to miss.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought you had to pick it up.
No, I just don't.
But it was that obvious. I thought you had to.
It's literally like glowing on the table. It's
Yeah.
like, I guess I'll need that. Oh, it's the insulin.
You get to the roof to find Roy dead.
Right. This.
I feel like even though he's dead though, I would still inject him with the insulin if I had it, just in case.
Give it
Just
well.
in case. You can't kill him more. It's not that anyone else is going to need that insulin.
So, this is where I felt a bit underwhelmed.
Okay.
Because you spend a lot of time, obviously, with him, and I was certain he's gonna become a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, because there's even a point where you're holding his head,
Yeah.
and then you tilt it so you're looking at him. I was like, you're gonna tilt it up, and then like a tentacle's gonna come out, and nothing happened. I was kind of I understand the point, but in the end, I was kind of like,
So I'm going to use a Doctor Who reference
Ah.
here. In the situation where monsters are happening, to die in such a simple way is somehow more impactful, I think. In Doctor Who, there's a companion who He's gone to space, seen aliens and things, been in danger loads of times, and how does he die in the end? He gets hit by a car on Earth. And it's very simple. It's just a very simple human death.
I get that, but then, again, it's kind of... especially in a game where your opponent or enemy is taking the forms of other... I just think it was a bit underwhelming. I've got no issue with him dying. But yeah, I just think Roy's... It was a bit underwhelming. Not underwhelming, it could have been better. I think if he would have...
It's a very human way to die.
Yes, but then 10 minutes later, you also get another human way.
I feel like, but it would have been quite cheap if he was just like...
What? That's a rig fall.
But that's still very like...
Yeah.
So, and they play that much more sadder than...
That's caused by the situation, though.
I feel like this is so much... That scene with Roy is so much sadder than Roy.
Okay. I thought if Roy got affected by the alien somehow or whatever, I thought this would have been like quite cheap.
No, not affected. He should have died from the incident.
Yeah.
But in the time he's been dead.
Yeah.
Maybe starting to get thingified.
Yeah.
Again, it's at this point it's not a horror game anymore.
No.
It is. I don't even know what genre. It is just a walking game.
It did lose that for me a long time before this.
Like I said, halfway point, even this bit, because I was like, oh shit, he's gonna like, because you're holding his head and he's gonna, you're looking up and then you look down, you're pointing the head towards you, so he's looking at you. I was like, he's gonna jump out, and then it's just.
I also noticed though, where he died, there's a first aid box right next to him that's like closed. And I feel like in that situation, I'd still open it just in case there's an incident.
You wouldn't put insulin in.
A tragic story.
You wouldn't put insulin in the first aid kit.
Roy, there's incident right here.
Just open it with, God, if only you knew.
Fucking idiot.
I don't even know if that killed him straight away.
Again, I'd inject him just to be safe. Yeah. Just in case.
If I was Roy, I feel like, well, I probably should just try myself now. I probably should just try and find my insulin.
Well, I think he was looking for it.
I think he was. I think he got separated.
He just couldn't get...
In fact, you speak to him like this is before. He's like, I'm feeling it. I need to go and get it because I think I think this is when you're doing the pontoon. He's like, listen, I've got to do this
because he was in the kitchen before and now he's on the roof. So
he has moved. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I think he just couldn't get it because Trots was basically guarding.
And I think it's obviously flooded as well, isn't it?
Yeah. You get a phone call. Bling bling bling. Finley tells you to get to the control room to find Roper.
I do like the conversation. Just speaking on the time, I do like the conversation between Finley when he's like, "Oh, is the big bastard annoying you? Put him on."
It's like I'll sort him out, and he goes, he's not coming. He's not coming. That's a sad bit. Roper seems to be half turned, half not. I really like the tense build up here, where you're on the phone to Finley, and Roper is like he's like sitting there like. He obviously wants to get you, but he's like there's enough of him still there to like hold back and be like, "Alright, I'm not gonna get you. I'm not gonna get you."
Going from with Roy, obviously, and I was thinking, he's gonna do something. He's gonna jump out, and it's perfect example. This was a perfect example of he's gonna do something, but you don't know when. You know, he could have done it at any point. You don't know when he's gonna jump out. You know he's going to. You don't know when, and then obviously he does it right at the end.
And I like to think. Roper gave that key to Kaz though.
I think it's meant.
Gave the key.
He even talks, doesn't he? Like not a lot, but he's like.
Only he just says, "Run it, keep him away" or something.
Yeah, so he's definitely still there. And I agree. I think he's definitely giving you the key to. Yeah.
But then just you leave, he does attack you, but I think that's just kind of like he can't hold it back anymore.
Oh yeah, he's turned at that.
Yeah.
Brody. Anyway, so getting into the room, I really like this bit because obviously something's wrong with Finley. Depressed.
We skipped a little bit here. We skipped like the main bit really, the ending here. You go down into the corridors and Rennick is there again. Rennick is chasing after you again. And then the corridor starts filling up with water. Yeah. And then you go through a small hole in the water and then Rennick's stuck behind the water and then he just dies. And it's just I feel like that death is a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah. I think that was we gotta wrap this up.
I think so, but now knowing there's a DLC out, I'm willing to bet Rennick returns in the DLC.
Probably.
He's just stuck at the bottom of the ocean.
But then, yes, you get to the room where where Finley is sitting on the floor, and she passes the phone to you, and it's Brody on the other end, and he tells you that the pontoon is filling with gas and oil, meaning that one spark will blow up the rig. Brody drowns in oil. Finley has lost hope and runs off with a lighter.
That was pretty bleak.
That is really bleak.
I prefer that scene there to the bit with Roy.
That's probably the best scene in the game.
I agree.
Yeah, because also you have more of a connection to Brody. Like in the backstory, you have more of a connection with Roy. Roy's supposed to be your best mate, but in the context of the game, Brody's like the main guy who's like he kind of knows what to do.
It could have almost done with Brody being your best friend, getting you on the rig and having that conversation, and Roy was just your other friend on the rig.
Yeah, it was a mate you made on the rig.
It was almost a reason to have them separate.
Yeah. Like I said, and then obviously in the end, and then if going by your idea that you've killed Brody, that's probably a lot more impactful if that's your friend who's got you on the rig as well. So I think those characters should have swapped.
Yeah. But then as you're chasing Finley, a tremor on the rig causes the rig to fall and crushes Finley. She gives you the lighter and tells you to end it. To be fair, the state of the rig, it's sinking, it's probably going to explode because of the multiple fires anyway. It's either this or wait to die.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I've spoken about the chase scene already. I do think it should have had a bit more, perhaps dodging some stuff, or maybe you're jumping and climbing. But I don't necessarily care about care about how it ends, because I do think that's how it should.
I was playing with Emma at this point, and it was just like, is this really how it's actually going to end? I was like, I think so.
I do read out the detail though of where Finley's like, you can hear it, can't you? You can hear someone's voice coming from it. Oh, I hear my boy when he was a kid, and it's like, but like, who do you hear? My wife. So it's like, it's like a shared experience kind of thing of like you're hearing.
Maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it's love. Maybe the monster was love the whole time. Maybe love saves the day.
Ray. Ray Skywalker.
Who do you hear? I hear Reddit calling me a shitstick.
Finley,
Kaz.
Finley, we don't want a rescue ship coming. We can't let it get back. That's true. Like, because if the monster made it to mainland, it would cause more problems. Yeah.
Again, very much like the thing.
And you walk up to the derrick where it's all exploded now with the lighter.
I liked the route to the end, like from where you leave Finley. I like the slow walk. I think the room's very pretty.
And Kaz says as he holds the lighter over the derrick, "We never stood a chance."
You fucking bastard!
And then he drops it in.
I always wonder, would that stay light with it going through the air?
It would have blown up.
I mean, again, one spark. So all that's all it needs.
But it has to go down quite far.
I guess.
That's all it needs.
And that's...
But it's true, the amount of fires going on around the ship, that one spark should have been from ages ago.
I think it needs to be in a certain place, though.
I think the oil rig was destined to blow up.
Again, like you said, I think if they would have been like, instead of trying to blow it up, let's wait for an hour for this ship. Yeah, in that hour, the rig blows up.
And then there's an epilogue that's also a prologue. You're back home, you're in bed with Suze, and you're just about to leave to go see your rig. Give the Weens a kiss for me, eh? And he opens the door and roll the credit.
And he opens the door and there's the sea.
But then
that guy's tripping fucking hard.
Sorry, there's a really cool detail though of like there's a voiceover of Suze like doing a voiceover, and it's a letter she sent to the rig, but it never makes it to you. I really like that where she's like, "Don't worry, like we're just going through a hard time, like I'm not gonna leave you or anything." Like she threatened. Like it was like a really but he never receives that letter. He's never knows.
The rig for like a week or something.
Yeah,
like 2 weeks.
It's not long, is it?
He never knows though. He never knows that she forgave him. Anyway,
I think this, if anything, proves don't go to Scotland.
No, don't
Scotland's
go to Scotland.
bad, man. Scotland's bad.
Listen.
Yeah, that's it. This is not very good for Scottish tourism.
No. But technically, it's not actually Scotland. It's international waters.
Scottish waters.
Oh, is it Scottish? Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
amazing how the hero of this game is the fucking Brexit guy.
I like it.
He's the villain.
Well, no, he's the hero because he's telling everyone not to go to Scotland.
The true hero is the Barnsley fan.
Listen, I had a quick look. 12th and 16th in both the seasons of 75 of Division 4. It's
Ooh, bleak.
maybe it was better for him to die.
He's
Maybe
used
once,
to praying.
Yeah, he's used to playing.
Trivia inspired by The Thing,
Absolutely.
Rosemary's Baby, Don't Look Now, Local Hero, and a book called Who Goes There, which also inspired The Thing.
The Thing, yeah. Yeah, Who Goes There's The Thing.
So it's cyclical. And then I've mentioned those two bits of trivia about the Piper Alpha and the Chinese and the Doctor Who connection.
So, thoughts?
Final rankings.
Alright.
This game is extremely linear, a complete straight line from start to finish with no reason to explore anywhere else in the game. I both appreciate this, that there's not 1,000 collectibles to find or useless items that you might never need, or you might need later. And I also think this is where this game falters. It feels like a movie where you're just pressing buttons along to it. I also saw someone describe this game as a ghost train ride. Even so, I thought it was really cool. Excellent voice acting and atmosphere. I quite like the Lovecraftian horrors. I really like the ending too. The heartbreaking and tragic. Remember when I talked about if I wrote Lord of the Rings, Frodo would be falling into Mount Doom with Gollum? This is what I mean. However, the North Sea in December, Kaz would have frozen to death in seconds.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, very much like it. I said it earlier. It almost feels like a tech demo in the sense of it's just. I'm not denying the story.
Showing what they can do. Showing
Yeah,
off what
I'm not
Chinese
denying
can
the
do.
story, or again, this is probably one of the best acted voice line and I suppose acted games.
Yeah.
I would say there has been in terms of just voices.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of other things, let's say like The Last of Us, it's you're looking at the characters. In terms of voice, I think it's probably one of the better ones. I think it has the good script. So the writing's really good. I do think the first half of the game's good with the horror. The second half is just a bit underwhelming
More of the same.
with just with everything. I think it could have done with an injection of just something little. Just change a little bit of it, and I think you're talking good. 7.5.
7.5.
I liked it. I think I quite like
Something I should say as well. I also like it. I'm not saying this is a bad game.
Yeah.
I did also really enjoy this. I
think I quite like linear because I don't have to worry about min-maxing and everything, and I fucking hate that sort of shit. I really don't enjoy if you don't have the golden sword, you can't get the best game.
There's not 1,000
play.
collectibles, or like in Pokemon we have like a revive, but don't use it because you might need it later.
The only collectible thing really is the phone calls, and they're not even. They add to the story so much more than a plate.
Yeah,
you could find.
I miss games like this where it's I don't know, like Arkham Asylum or like City or whatever, or like just a game where it's just a story and that's based obviously Arkham's a bad example, but like games like that where it's you're just playing it and once you're done, you're done. Yeah. You don't have to go back and you didn't get all the Korok seeds.
No, yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was good. The story was good. The horror wasn't really that spooky after a little while. It kind of felt like Alien Isolation, but before it came. I think it actually came out after Alien Isolation. But
this game.
Yeah.
This game came out
last year.
Alien Isolation was
10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell. But Alien Isolation to me is one of the perfect horror games.
It's on the list.
It is too long.
Okay.
But if Alien Isolation you could distill it to this, would be almost perfect.
Like I said, this is what We're Happy Few should have done.
I do.
100%. If I got that within the first probably hour and a half of playing it, I was like, if you put the story of We Happy Few and exactly the same gameplay, you can have maybe a little bit of combat, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think We Happy Few should have been like a game like this, and a linear film almost.
Okay.
I think I'd look forward to whatever the studio would make again. I think I'd play another one of the games. I'd give it probably an 8. I'd say.
Is their only game they made the Doctor Who game?
No.
That was
and
the parent
it's
company.
their subsidiary.
Have they done
What other
anything
games
else?
have they made?
I don't know. I didn't look that
Live looking up. Have they made it?
Alive looking up.
Is there a British-based studio? It's gotta be.
It is, yeah.
They're-
They originally started as a mod team for Half-Life 2.
Okay, yeah, I respect that.
So I started making... The same
Games-
with
games.
another game on the list, Stanley Parable. That was a Half-Life mod.
Yeah.
Dear Esther, I've heard of that one. And the sequel to Amnesia, they made
Amnesia,
that.
I've heard of
Yeah.
that.
They didn't make the
That's
first
supposed to
one.
be quite good, isn't it?
Machine for Pigs.
Can't say I've heard of any of it.
I've heard of Vampire the Masquerade.
I've heard of Everyone's Gone to Rapture.
That's quite a big
I've heard
game.
of that.
I've heard of that
They
one.
made that vampire game's supposed to be quite big. Like
Okay.
people have played that and liked, I think.
I've heard of Everyone's Gone to
Gone to
Rapture.
Rapture, yeah, I've heard
Oh
of
shit,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's
I had a
still
good
Wake
time.
Steep.
That's
Very,
still
I think it's
Wake
a very good game considering it's a game. Is this one of the first games that we've all gone in knowing literally nothing?
Yeah,
Completely
no,
blind.
I've done
Like
nothing.
completely blind. Is this the
Nothing.
first game on the list with that?
I think so.
Because I think all the other ones, at least one of us has had just a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
We know what it's
I think-
about.
I think it's in the better half of the games we've played.
I would agree.
If it's a number 1 on the dice, it's a nostalgic game. If it's number 2 on the dice, it's a game in the last 5 years. If it's a 3 on the dice, it's a game from the 2010s. If it's a 4, it's a game from the 2000s. If it's a 5, it's a game from before 2000. And if it's a 6, it's random.
Random.
So, Emma, roll the dice, please.
Roll. 1.
We haven't had a 1 before! Yes!
Peter, I know you just listed it.
Peter
What was one?
stood up.
Nostalgic. We haven't had a 1 before. That's really...
So in theory, this game is at least one of us does like.
Yeah, all of us have probably at least played it once.
Played it once,
Yeah.
not necessarily like.
Oh, fuck.
Because that's the thing with nostalgia, right? It's like we remember it being good, but it might not actually be
shit,
good
it's
now.
one of the-
Right. So if it's a 1 or a 2, it's a Jack game. If it's a 3 or a 4, it's a Peter game. If it's a 5 or a 6, it's a Tom game. And roll.
It's a 3!
It's a 3. It's me. Fuck. Tom still hasn't had a game. It's now been over a year since you last had a game.
This is ridiculous.
To be honest, we say this. We played Metal Gear. That's
played-
absolutely
Metal
one of
Gear.
his
Yeah, we played
games.
Metal
Play a
Gear.
Toe Goose
And I
Game.
feel like even
I
though
don't
our
care.
scores were
Ratchet
similar,
and Clank.
Yeah.
We've done alright.
even though our scores were similar, like I feel like you have been more positive overall. So
Okay.
anyway, so
Hitman's let the average down.
if it's a 1, it's Zombies Ate My Neighbours.
I hope it's
Zombies
not.
Ate My Neighbours is
That's gonna be
fantastic.
fucking nightmare.
If it's a 2, it's The Sims, the original.
Okay. I can get on board with that.
If
It came out
it's-
on Steam fairly recently.
If it's 3, Mario 64, that is fantastic.
I've never played it.
If it's a... Did I say 3 or 4? 4. If it's a 4, it's...
Obviously 2.
Look at the fucking list!
Yeah.
1,
What are you doing? You've already said 2 so far.
4. If it's a 4, it's Mini Ninjas.
Never played it.
Oh,
It's very good. That number 5, it's Professor Layton and the Curious Village.
Yes, an alright
And if it's number 6, it's Smash Bros. Brawl Subspace and Mystery.
Oh!
Some good choices.
Six would be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for a lot. Of them.
There's quite a few of them.
Lot of
Professor Layton as well.
Yeah, well, look.
A lot of emulation these is going to be needed.
Actually, no, they're only the original ones.
Roll the dice. 5. That is
Professor Layton.
Professor Layton and the Curious Village.
That could have been way
I
worse.
think I've got that on my shitty DS. That doesn't work.
I need to find the charger for you because my DS actually died last week. My 2005 DS, the top screen just completely popped off.
The hinge of mine's fine.
All right then, Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I'm excited.
We don't. How long is it?
It's another
according to
bullshit
this,
story game.
it's 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours. You got to do the fucking puzzles. Imagine getting stuck on a puzzle.
To be fair, 2 of my games have just been story games, haven't
I
they?
quite like a story game, so it's fine by
Monkey
me.
Island.
Let's
was,
be
yeah.
honest, though. Professor Layton's a good game.
You got the puzzles.
It's a game that I played, but I haven't played it in a good. Well,
I've played it
whenever
for
it
at
came out,
least
really. 10 years.
12 years.
That's
Yeah, at
that,
least 10.
that bit from Professor Layton where he's about to solve the puzzle. He's like,
can't
yeah.
remember.
I remember
I remember that.
really liking
I
Professor
remember
Layton.
one puzzle as well,
Train
and it's the fox and the sheep
The
puzzle.
fox and the duck puzzle.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a really good one. I was stuck in that one for ages. I remember. It's right before like the first like big story bit as well.
Something with trains.
I think that's a train one. Yeah.
And there's that one. The third one's like time travel because it's the you have the little boy.
I remember playing the time travel one, and it just
Second one's Pandora's box. So I remember I remember me and my sister figuring out the puzzle. So you have to blow into the DS to do it.
I remember Lost Future being so long though, like, and I was like, I'm like 20 hours into this, like I must be near the end by now. I googled it, I was about halfway, and I was like, I'm just probably not going to finish this game now.
12 hours seems a long time.
Yeah, it might be shorter. It depends how quickly you like the puzzles, I suppose.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
Okay.
alright,
strap me in.
I think this
As long as it works, strap me in.
make notes of any hints you use.
We're going to have a hint counter then.
Yes, we'll all have a hint counter, yes. Or any Googling you do, because
Any
sometimes...
Google, yeah, I think any Googling.
I think, like, we will hit a wall at some point.
Remember, we finished this game as children, so I finished this game as a child, so it's probably not that difficult.
I remember I remember me and my sister playing these
Yeah.
games. So I remember the Pandora's box, doing the Pandora's, you have to turn it round and to open Pandora's box, which kills the fucking guy.
This could be the first game that Emma's actually played before.
Oh, Emma, you're gonna play this game? Emma, rate this game out of 10.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Blow those weird cartridges!
Can you do it? Shake the lecky and pay the bill and fucking play more games, like.
You may be the height of shite on deck!
Not just the lecky.
I just done the lecky.
I've just done the leg.
Just done the lecky.
What was Rennick's plan if he'd fired the only lecky on board?
Yeah, that is a point.
Finley
Yeah.
does the lecky.
She's not very good at it, is she?
I feel like she's better than you.
Yeah, if anything, she could probably manage on her own.
Yeah.
Well, I had a good
The
time.
true hero, Finley.
Blow those cartridges and
Blow
sniff.
that cartridge!
Lick those switch discs.
This, and stay away from
Yeah,
Scotland.
lick a Switch cartridge, they taste good.
Tastes real
And-
good.
Stay away from Scotland.